What's up guys, BlackWing2040 here, back with another Teen Titans book review, and we're going to be reviewing Teen Titans Child's Play. Just take a good look. And in this book, I will say that we will experience the death of yet another Teen Titan. So before I start, a lot of good things and a lot of sad things happen in this book, which I'll tell you as the story goes on. So our story begins with Rose Wilson, aka Ravager, trying to return to Titan's Tower and feel like she wants to be part of the team, but the team feels like they can't accept her anymore. Like, she goes too far, like she crosses the line too much. She's Deathstroke's daughter, for Pete's sake. So when Deathstroke is involved, it's pretty much it. And Eddie Bloomberg, who of course you know, the former Kid Devil, Red Devil, with no powers and everything, he still has feelings for Rose. And this one moment where I feel like the two actually connected with each other, I feel like a spark just has connected with these two, and it was so beautiful. Just right there, right here. Can you guys see this right here? This is a beautiful moment right there. Just seeing Eddie put his hand on Rose's face, and she just lets him do it. That was so amazing. I just love their dynamic, because Red Devil had a crush on Rose for like a very, very long time. He's been all this, new kid, kind of shy, the youngster of the group, to now this guy who could stand up for his own self. And so now we move on to the next part. The team gets a little day. So the team members of the Titans gets a day off, and Blue Beetle invites his girlfriend, Tracy 13. Yeah, her last name is 13, apparently. She's a magic user. She has powers, but she is not joining the team. I'll tell you that. She's not joining the team. So Wonder Girl goes to Alcatraz to take a look around to see who's in the prison and see if anyone escaped. While in the prison, Shimmer arrives to release her brother, Mammoth. If you guys remember from the Teen Titans TV show, you had Mammoth, you had Jinx, you had Gizmo, and you had Billy Numerous, Seymour, if I'm right, or not. I don't remember what his name was, but anyway, those characters aren't. Billy Numerous and the other guy are not in here, but you do have, and Gizmo. Gizmo is not in here as well, but you do have Shimmer and Mammoth and Jinx. So the Fatal Five reconnect with each other once again. I guess you guys didn't know who Shimmer was. For those who watched the Young Justice, Shimmer and Mammoth were in there and were in the TV show, if you guys remember. But back on track. They both escape, bringing Jinx with them, and they recruited new members named Nano and Rumble. I'm just gonna say those two characters didn't last that long at all. Trust me. So Wonder Girl is fending for herself, and she gets ambushed by the Fatal Five. And while the Titans are on the boardwalk just enjoying themselves, they see Wonder Girl in trouble and they decide to spring into action, while Eddie goes back to the tower to give him, keep him a heads up. And Kid Eternity is just out roaming around, switching into people, because Kid Eternity could communicate with the dead only for a limited time. So while he was out, he got kidnapped. No one knows what happened to him yet. But what we do know is Shimmer is working for the Calculator. If you guys know who the Calculator is. The Calculator is actually Wendy and Marvin's father, which was a brain shocker for me, because when I first read this, I was like, are you serious? Wendy and Marvin's are the kids of the Calculator? I never knew that. So this is all just a revenge plot. Calculator wants the Titans to feel loss and feel pain and suffering. So while in the prison, Mammoth takes one of the prisoners, and one of his powers is nuclear explosion. So as soon as Mammoth stabs him, that's when his nuclear energy starts to kick up. And so the Titans rescue Wonder Girl. They stop the Fatal Five. the guy who's about to go nuclear is about to explode. So Eddie leaves the tower, takes the Titan jet to Alcatraz prison, escapes with the prison that's about to explode, and sacrifices himself to save the city. That, let me show you guys, because when I read that, I was heartbroken. Red Devil, let me just stop saying. Eddie Bloomberg, he was such a well-written character. I wish he never lost his powers, because he was such an amazing character. He's one of my favorite Titans ever since I first read about him. Let me show you. And right here. It's right here. He has the prisoner just on his shoulder, walking to the Titan's jet, and the FBI are there without a care in the world caring about what he's about to do. And he flies the jet so high, the Titans try to rescue him, and it's a surprise. Sacrifices have to be made. So the Titans have a funeral for for Eddie, and it was a very, very sad thing. And if you guys wondering what happened to Kid Eternity, Calculator kidnapped him and has him turning into Marvin so he could speak to his son. So this might be the end of another Titan, Kid Eternity. So after that, we move forward to the next storyline, where Beast Boy finally returns to the team. He feels like the Titans have lost their place. Wonder Girl's not doing a good job leading the team. She's half and half of leading the team well, but I'm glad Beast Boy came back, because it's not the original Titan feel. Because when I first read this series, or when you guys saw me review, it's not. I feel like the Teen Titans are not the Titans without Robin, without Beast Boy, without Cyborg or Kid Flash or any of the original Titan members. I feel like without Robin or any of the originals, there's no team. The only one that keeps the team together, which is just a little bit, is Wonder Girl. That's it. So Beast Boy returns to the team, and he feels like the team needs to step their game up, and he feels like he should make himself leader. And during this, Raven is washed up on the coastline of Titan's Tower, and she's unconscious. So apparently Raven was attacked by a being called the Wyld. That's Wild with a Y. W-Y-L-D. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So it feels like she's having a seizure. Beast Boy cares so much about her that he's more focused on Raven than leading the team, while Wonder Girl is doing most of the work to save Raven. And during this, let me show you what the Wyld looks like. Well, this is like his first form. The Wyld looks like, let me show you. He looks like this. That's Wyld. 6 animal heads in a big long body. And while Beast Boy is fighting him, he does something completely amazing that I never thought he would do. You know how Beast Boy could change into any animal in the animal kingdom, right? He actually turns into the exact same thing. That's freaking awesome. And so after that, the Raven awakes and stops the Wyld for a short time, and then it retreats, and then Raven decides to rest. And so the Titans are arguing because Beast Boy needs to stop caring about, well, he should care about Raven, but not too much. But when it comes to the team and everything, he needs to focus on the task at hand. And lastly, the last storyline is a Blackest Night tie-in, which revolves, all the characters in DC Universe that have died be resurrected as Black Lanterns. So this is very interesting, actually. Every person in Slade's life is coming after him. His 2 sons, his brother, his wife, a friend of his, all 5 of those people are coming after him just to kill him. And then, to his surprise, Rose was actually coming to kill him too. Rose is not dead. Ravager came there to kill Deathstroke, except when the Black Lanterns came in, they kind of intervened, and so they decide to fend for themselves. And to another surprise, we see Jericho is back. And apparently his eyes were regenerated, but he's still blind. But other than that, it was good to see Jericho again. Like, look, here he is. I mean, I never thought once Vigilante cut his eyes out, I thought he was done. Like, his hero career, finito. But he's back. And after that, Deathstroke decides they should be a family again. And then Rose completely loses it and says she doesn't want to be part of him anymore. But Jericho decides to stay because he feels like Slade could help him if he ever crosses that line ever again. So, and Deathstroke understands that. With that being said, Rose leaves, and that's the end of the storyline. Oh, and another thing I forgot to mention. Right after when Eddie dies, Wonder Girl flies back to the ground to beat the snot out of Shimmer, and she was about ready to kill her, like really ready to just kill her. But then she ended it because she almost... When heroes are forced to cross that line, they try so hard not to, but when they're forced to, they will do it. And then it takes that one person to tell them to stop, and then they knock the person back, and then they realize, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I should stop. This isn't good. And then ends. But other than that, that's the end of this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next Titans review, which is going to be called The Hunt for Raven. And you're going to be very happy what comes in this book, because we get the return of 2 Titans. I want you guys in the comments section, guess who those 2 Titans are. And until then, I am Vengeance, I am Darkness, I am Blackwing. Stay golden.